If someone in the chat could let me know if you can hear me okay. I've got a whole different microphone setup going on at the moment, and yeah, no idea if you can hear me or not. And yeah, no idea if you can hear me or not. Maybe you can. So guys, thanks very much for joining again. Sorry, I'm just having a bit of technical difficulty getting everything set up, sorry. So you just have to bear with me for about 30 more seconds. Sorry about this. So that's it. I think I've got everything set up now. So again, if you can't hear me, just let me know in the chat, because I have no idea if it's working or not. Hear me now, Smalley. Thanks for joining. So we're in China here today at the Shanghai circuit for online Formula Racing's Formula 1 Division 1 Season 5, and we're round 4 now. Got an interesting start to the championship. We've just had our very first break week, and I must say it went rather well. Yeah, we're racing my channel right now, and I'll actually just quickly read out the championship standings to you as well, because it's very, very close. Now, in first place, we've got Isaac Kush on 55 points. In second, we've got Stinson on 47. And in third, we've got Honda on 44 points. And then from 4th all the way down to 10th, we've got Gernman, Margaret, Santu, Racete, Menno, Mishta Mark and Tommy. And then from 10th all the way down to the end, we've got Ollie, Simon Mark, Likala, Vilsek, Scotty, Alex, OFR Blaze, Cam, Lazo, Random Serious, Brywitch, AJ, Sipos, I don't know how to say his name, and Avi right at the bottom there. Now we've got a few new guys here that are racing today. We've got Imperfect Car 020. We've also got Lazo, who's now got a permanent seat. IFR Menno's got a permanent seat as well, and Vilsek has got a permanent seat. Now I think this is really going to spice up the division, because a lot of these guys have apparently got a lot of pace. So let's see what we can do. So I think it doesn't look like he's on a hot lap right now, but we will ride on board with Scotty just to see how he gets on. He's just coming around the final corner now. We've got Havoc who's joined us. How you doing, Havoc?
Pretty good, Robot. Super excited, ready to go?
Yeah, ready to go. We've just got we're 4 minutes into quali, sorry, and we're just riding on board with Scotty now, who's coming into the pits. Interesting. He's on a soft tyre and he's dived in. Now I see you've joined the session, so that invite worked okay. Someone who I do think is on a hot lap is the new LR McCrew, another new guy. I think we've got 4 or 5 new guys here today. He is on a hot lap, so he's coming around the final corner now. Menno sets a 1:29.7. That puts him fastest, as it's the first time we've seen. And LR McCrew goes second with a 1:30.1. And he's done that on the soft tyre, and so has Menno. Now, there was a bit of talk about whether or not this was going to be a medium to hard strat. What do you reckon?
I think you're right. I think most of the guys are going to go medium hard. Um, with the time, the 129.7, I think it's definitely capable of going 128 with the mediums. We'll have to wait and see. But if he does go softs, maybe he's thinking two stop and he's got the pace to do a time as Honda comes in with a 129.5.
Yeah, that is a really decent lap. He's gone first there, and Ollie's just set a 130.9 as well. That's a pretty good time for him. Tommy set a 131, Lazo set a 131, and Vilsek set 133. As someone else has just moved up now. Who's that? Is that Menno? 129.7? No, he was already there. Can't quite see, but yeah, that's a decent time from Honda.
It's quite interesting to see a lot of the guys on the softs. Maybe they know something that we don't know, Robot. It's going to be a 28-lap race. I mean, what are you thinking? How long do you think the softs can go?
So, based on the practice sessions that I've seen some people doing throughout the week and one that I did last week, I mean, the softs are about 8% wear per lap, you know? And if you qualify on the softs, it means you've got 3 laps of usage on them as well. So they probably go about 7 laps maximum, and then after that, they're kind of dead. You're going to be losing time for anyone that's undercutting you. So I don't know what the strat's going to be here. We need to get
I think even the hards is just 11, 12 laps around here. The track is so long. The hards don't even make it that long. And so, as you were saying, 7 to 8 laps. That would put them on somewhere around, or not even that, is it? It's just like 5 or 6 laps.
Yeah, it's 5 or 6. That's what I'm worried about. But the other thing is that I'm not sure if we've got rain. Oh no, we've got dry. I was going to say maybe if there's rain, these guys are trying to qualify on the softer tyre to start ahead. But Vilsek's just confirmed that it's going to be a completely dry quali and race. So
interesting.
Yeah, that's not going to be in the mix here, which means they'll probably get it for D2. Don't want to jinx it, but.
So we haven't seen a time from Izat. We haven't seen a time from Stinson, the 2 veterans of the league. Honda's coming back. Honda's back with a 129.5 going around China. I think Honda's got something to prove today, Robot, as in the first 3 races of the season before our break. Honda was doing well in the first and second race. The third race dropped back a little bit. I think Honda's got something to prove. He wants to be up there on the qualifying session, and he wants to be up there in the race. Same with Menno. Menno came in very last race right before the break, and then we've got McCrew, a 130.1. But that's a little bit of a difference between P2 and P3, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. There's quite a big gap there, about 0.4 of a second compared to the 0.2 between 1 and 2. Honda is currently third in the championship, though. He's got 44 points. He's only 3 behind Stinson, so this is going to be a very important race for him. Now, there are 9 races left, including this one, spaced over 11 more weeks. So it is, you know, we do have a very long way to go, but these early points are going to help these guys out a lot when the later part of the season comes ahead.
You got to get them while you can, can't you? I mean, you can't let these early opportunities get away from you, and you have to gain as many points as you can and take advantage of the mistakes that Izat might make, that Stinson might make. Marglet's one of those guys. You've got to take advantage of those mistakes, and you have to get the points while you can.
You're right. So I think, is that Leak? No, it's not Leak. It's I can't quite tell who's just come around the final hairpin at 15. Stinson's on an outlap right now, so is Margaret. They're pretty close together. Someone's about to cross the line. It might be McLaren, actually.
I believe that's Cam.
Cam
just crossed the line going down into turn 1. He's braking very late, gets the car turned in very, very tightly. It looks very good. He comes around, hugs that apex right when he comes around on that right-hander, and then goes right back into 2 as he comes around the left. Gets right into 3rd to get the most power he can out of the car onto the ground, and then shifts up as fast as he can.
Yeah, that was a really good line he took through there. It does look like he's running a bit more front wing than some of these other guys. You can see his corner entry is absolutely amazing, but he's kind of bogging down a little bit when he's coming out of the corners. But still, he looks like he's on a pretty decent lap right now. He's looking very, very stable.
It's darty, isn't it? The front of the car is very, very darty. He's got it pointing right where he wants it to go. That's a very aggressive entry into the long double left-hander as he goes down the straight. He clips the grass.
Yeah, had a little bit of a lift there as he was coming around turn 10. I wonder if that's affected him too much. He's taken I think a bit too much of that curb at turn 11 there. But he's back on the throttle. He's stuck it to the inside here, and he's going to let the car drift out wide. He's coming around 13. That was pretty good.
It's not bad. He's got to get everything he can out of the car coming down here. Now, if he did raise the front wing, this is where it's going to hurt him the most. You can lose a 10th coming down the back straight if you raise that front wing. DRS is shut off, slams on the brakes, goes all the way down the one, clips the apex, comes around the right-hander, and here he comes around the fast left. I don't know, Robot. Did it hurt him when he clipped the grass there on the double left?
I think maybe half a second. I think. Let's see what time he's going to do as he crosses the line. And fourth fastest, the 1:30.5. Cam, good job.
Get in there, bud.
Wow, did not expect him to be that quick, but that is a decent time. A very, very decent time. And look, we still haven't seen anything from Izat or Stinson or Margaret yet. What's going on here?
Now, that's what makes me think these guys are going to go medium. Maybe invalidated times, not sure. We'll have to wait and see, but it's going to be a very, very tricky situation. I haven't seen, there's not one time on the board yet that's been set on the medium tires. It kind of makes you wonder, are the guys going to go two-stop today?
Well, let's have a look, because Izat has just started his hot lap. He's making his way through turn 1. Now he's making his way through turn 2. I've not seen someone take that line where you hug the curb the entire time through 1 and 2. That is a new one. That must be some kind of esports line there. But he's made it through 3 okay. And let's just have a look at his sector 1 time. As he's coming around the kink at turn 5, he's done a 23.529. Not bad.
It's not bad at all. It's not what you normally see from him, but it's not bad at all.
Now, it doesn't look like... So I'm looking at his telemetry. I can't bring it up on the screen today, unfortunately, guys, because I don't have my other computer with me at the moment. But his tyre wear's already at 5%. Now, that's an outlap and half of a lap. 5%. That's interesting. So we've got some comments asking what wings are people using. I know 2.9 is a popular setup here. Front 2, rear 9.
Setup. Yeah, that 9 is what gives you the stability in the rear wing. A lot of guys are running 2.8. I'd be surprised to see anything vaguely different from that. That's what the majority of the guys are going to be running here. Here comes Izat. I think Izat's coming around the hairpin.
He's invalidated though. He's invalidated his time. And he's coming straight into the pit, so he's not even going to set a time so we can work towards a delta. He's come straight in, and that's because there's only 6 minutes left. There's 7 minutes left. He's running out of time here. Now, where's that leave Stinson? So Stinson's invalidated too. Stinson is just coming around turn 13 at the moment, and he's invalidated his time, and he's gone wide. I think these guys are playing a little bit of games here. I think they're going to come onto the mediums.
They are. They're waiting for the track evolution. I think that's exactly what we're going to see. We should see Izat sit in the pits for a little while, wait for the traffic to clear down, wait for the right time to come out. Stinson's timed it a little bit different where he's going to come in. The animation, the pit animation is going to take over. He's going to wait for the animation and then come back out on the mediums. I think that's what we're going to see. As we do see 3 times on the mediums, we've got Squashed Apples up in P10 with a 131.3 on the mediums. He's the highest medium runner right now. And then you've got Scotty and Pingu down below in 13 and 14. Not very solid times from those guys on the mediums.
No, not at all. But Honda just set a quicker time. Remember, he was a 1:29.7. He's now on a 1:29.4. He just went 0.3 quicker, and that means he's separated only by thousandths of a second to Menno, who's currently leading this qualifying session. That was a really good lap from Honda.
That's interesting. We haven't really talked about the P3 sitter right now. It's LR McCrew. LR McCrew coming in today. Is he reserve robot or is he coming in full time?
I think he might just be reserving today. I know 4 guys have got permanent seats. I think that's IFR Menno, Lazo. There's 2 more, Vilsec and 1 more. It might be LR McCrew. It could very well be. But these are quick times by these new guys though. 1:30.1 from LR McCrew. That's decent. Really good time.
Yeah, it's not a bad time at all. The guys are really going around there. Vilsec, one of those guys, we desperately tried to get him in there into a full seat right there, and I'm glad we did because it's so good to see Vilsec back full time.
Absolutely.
He's one of those guys that just, you love to see him go around. You love to see the way he does. He's a very natural driver. He's not so technical. He doesn't do a lot of practice as far as watching videos, learning gear shifts, going into a corner at what you would think you need to go into it at. Vilsec is going through there and he's basically feeling the car, and he will downshift until he feels he needs to and then come back out.
Absolutely. And let's not forget, he also races in GTS, and since he's come back, I think he's already won 3 races. We had 2 special events which he won. He did a really decent job in the Super Formula this week as well. He's on fire. He's joined back and he's just reignited his spark. It's absolutely amazing to see. Now, lots of guys on outlaps. Yeah, I was just about to say that. And now I saw someone out earlier at turn 8. They were against the wall at turn 8, but I was in the middle of watching Izat's hot lap. I think that was Margaret. He's been DSQ'd. Now Izat, medium tyre, is just starting his lap now. So it looks like you're right. I think they were playing a little bit of a sneaky game there, and they're going on the medium. So let's ride on board with Izat then and see what he can do. Now watch this line, look. He doesn't let that car drift wide at all. He's hugging the inside all the way through 1 and 2, just avoiding the curb to not get any oversteer and lose the rear of the car. He's got through there as if he was on soft tyres. That didn't look loose at all.
You reckon it's going to pick him up any time, Robot, or is he going to lose anything out of it?
I don't know. I think he's going to get into the top 10 here. Now, his Sector 1 time wasn't as good as his soft time earlier, but it wasn't far off, just a few tenths off. I think he could get into the top 10 on this medium tyre, which will be absolutely great starting position for him to be at. All these other guys on softs are going to have to pit come lap 5, 6.
That's exactly right. The medians are going to show right here in Sector 2. Sector 2 is where those medians are going to light up. It's going to give him the best opportunity available as he comes down into turn 11. Let's see how he gets on. Brakes right at the 100, and he's going to go into the left. Oh, he goes a little wide. I think it's wide from Izat there. I don't think he wanted to go that wide.
No. Tommy's retired from the session now as well, but that is... Oh, he's retired on the pit straight. So he's hit the wall or something coming out of the final corner, and he's against the wall now. Izat's just coming down the straight right now. His top speed looks like he's going to peak at about 207. Let's see if he can make it. Yes, 207 just. So he is probably running 2 on the front and around 7 or 8 on the rear there. And here he comes round the hairpin at turn 15. He's made it through okay. Now, can he nail this final corner? He's broken a little bit early, but he's on the throttle early as well. That's helped to the exit of the corner, and he comes across the line in P3, a 130 flat on the medium tyre.
Oh my god.
Yikes. Oh my gosh.
Now, how's he done this?
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Now we still got Stinson. Is Stinson on his hot lap?
He is. Stinson's on his hot lap as well, so let's ride on board with him then and see how he's getting on. Now he's not set a time yet, so we've not got any delta to compare it to in the top right there. I'm still flabbergasted. How did Izat pull that off?
I don't understand.
Oh wow, he's 6 tenths off. Now, one thing that we do need to pay attention to, when you do a hot lap on the soft tyre, the final sector is absolutely horrendous because the tyres are so worn, you can hardly make it through the final corner. And I reckon that is where Izat's probably made up a few tenths of a second there, because he really did abuse that corner entry.
And they're so hot as well, aren't they? I mean, by the time you come out of Sector 2 and you go down into the backstretch, your tires are so hot and they're so on fire. You've got to figure out how to cool them down. Here comes Stinson. Stinson's going to come around 15. And then 16, right on the throttle. Here he comes across the line.
Oh, 8. 8. He's 6 tenths down on Izat's medium time there. Wow. That was an absolute belter of a lap from me. I can't believe it. I really can't. That was phenomenal. Now, let's... Oh, and Stinson's... Oh, I thought he spun. He's just gone straight up to the
yeah, he's had to get out of the way. A lot of different lines, I guess, that we're seeing down in the turn 1, 2, 3. I mean, we saw Izat hug the inside. I think Stinson takes that inside as well. A lot of the other guys, though, come into 1, clip that apex, go out wide, downshift, tap the brake, and then come suck it back in the turn 2 and get ready for that left-hand turn 3. It's a very tricky corner and very tricky sequence, isn't it, Robot?
It really is. Can we also just... Oh, he's actually retired now, so he's happy with his lap. Can we also just quickly point out, Liekler is currently on a hot lap, and he's sat in P5 at the minute. This is his best qualifying this season so far. Let's have a look. Let's ride on board with him, actually, and see if he can improve on his time. So we'll have a look at his Sector 1 as he comes through turn 5. He's just made it through turn 3 and turn 4 now. Here comes turn 5. We'll see his sector time in 2 seconds. There we go. He's already 700ths up on his time. So he is on a good lap so far. Really amazed to see him back up in the top 10, and especially the top 5 as well. He's had a tricky start to the season, but it looks like he's fighting back now. Now, here he comes round turn 7 and 8. Okay, brakes, drops it down to second, early upshift to 3 and 4. No, he rides third out all the way, and then he shifts up to 4 as he's exiting turn 10. Let's check his braking point as he's coming into 11 now, just after the 100-metre board, and he avoids the grass there. So a lot of guys are cutting that corner a little bit. Liekler avoids it, and that helps him to get his car pointing in the right way as soon as he enters turn 12 there. So that is a good entry into that corner. His Sector 2 time was up as well.
Super smooth, isn't he, coming down into Sector 3. Crosses the DRS line, he's going to open the wing up. L Armor Crew jumped Izat. He went a 129.7 to take P3 away from Izat. Definitely doable for Liekler here. If he was 7 tenths up going into Sector 2, he's going to come around 15 here. He still looks super good. I think this is what Lika needs to do. He needs to qualify high and get out of all that dirty area in the midfield.
200ths of a second gap, but that was an improvement. That was a big improvement by Lika there. Amazing.
Huge improvement. I think that's what I was saying. I think this is what he needs to do. He's got to qualify higher up and get himself out of that midfield and get away from all those other cars. This is going to give him a better race and a better start to the race.
Yeah, Scotty only managed to do a 144 on soft tyres. That's not his usual pace, is it?
No, it's not. There's something about China I think a lot of the guys are having an issue with. It's one of those tracks, isn't it? It's not just a clockwise or a counterclockwise track. You're all over the place. There's so many technical sections of this track that you have to memorize. Without any assist, the guys may be having a little bit of an issue trying to get used to it.
Exactly. And while all that was going on, Cam has boosted himself up to P4, and look at that, Honda has jumped into P1, beating Menno by 1/10 of a second on that soft tyre. That's Honda's first pole of the season, I think.
Good on him. Good on him. I think that's what he wants to do. He took the break, he took the week off, looked at some stuff. The guys have had 2 weeks to go over this track. We knew we were going to see some fast times. Cam being up there, congratulations to Cam.
I know, that's one of the
time.
Absolutely. I mean, look at this: Ollie, Lika, Cam, Avi, Honda, all of these guys in top 10. It's absolutely amazing to see. This has been shook up big time. Wow. One thing I didn't expect though, Vilsek on the soft tyre can only manage a 132.5. That's what I didn't expect to see. I really think he could have done a lot better than that, actually. I think he might have done better than that in the practice last week as well, so I wonder what's happened there. So it is going to be a dry race, and we're going to have 28 laps around this 16 corner clockwise circuit. A lot of tricky parts. Some people say turn 1 is the hardest first corner of any F1 track, and you've seen how difficult it is just by watching some of these onboards. So many different lines you can take through there. So easy to lose the rear of the car. If you run wide, you've got grass, and it's going to slow you down at least a few seconds before you can get back on track. After that, we've definitely got some overtaking spots, especially after the right-hander kink at turn 5 into turn 6. I expect to see a lot of guys doing some Ricardo moves and trying to get down the inside and be late on the brakes. After that, you can't really overtake until you can try it at turn 11, but if you jump the curve at turn 11, you're going to go straight on and crash straight into the wall, so you need to be careful. And other than that, there is a very, very long back straight in Sector 3 where DRS is so powerful, and people are going to be fighting for the apex at the hairpin.
They are. We're going to see a lot of different kinds of maneuvers going down into turn 14 there, hairpin. I think you're absolutely right. It's going to be down in the 1. You're going to see a lot of guys trying to fight in there. Division 1 has actually been super clean this season. It's not been one of those seasons where we've seen the safety car come out. Here we go.
Here we go. So we've got those 5 red lights up, and that's it. They're gone, and we are away. So we're going to ride on board with Menno now to see if he can jump Honda. It doesn't look like he can, but now I've got the rear of Menno. We can see Leek has already made a move on Cam to try and get down the inside. There's a little bit of tyre touching between those two, but still looks very, very clean so far. What a start to the race. Look at this. Can't see anyone spinning whatsoever. There's a little bit of contact between Menno and LR McCrew at the minute, but other than that, it's just Tommy that's moving down. Great start to the race here, and Honda is 4/10 ahead.
They're super tight going down in the turn 1 as they came out of 4 right there, Robot. Still double wide, trying to get single file. Oh, Tommy had to get super late on the brakes, and it's a mix-up. Who is that? That's going to be Lazo. Lazo sideways in the Ferrari.
Oh, no.
And he's going to have wing damage.
Yeah, it's only him that's dropped back, though. I can't see too much damage on other cars around. I did see a little bit of carbon fibre up ahead around P10, but it looks like everyone has still got enough to get through these corners here. Oh, we've got him perfect going around Ofr Ablaze at turn 9 and 10 there. He needs to be careful. And look at this. There's some of the guys going 2 wide, 3 wide almost as they come out of turn 10. That's exactly what you don't want to do, but now we've got to move. There's Avi, I think. Has Avi made the move stick? He has. He's late braking all the way into turn 11.
Vilsek's around 11. Oh, my Lord.
No.
They went 3 wide. It did not work.
Yeah.
And Vilsek got called out in that. Lazo called up to him, and Vilsek's going to have to figure out how to turn this around. The guys are super dicey today. I think the break is something they didn't want. They wanted to get right back into it.
Yeah, I think they did. Look at this. Izat has dropped down 3 places already. He's got Stinson ahead of him now, his championship rival. And look at Honda, 5 tenths ahead as Izat comes in. I don't think Izat's got enough wing. He's straight into the pits. Look at that. He wanted to start on the mediums and go long, and I just don't think he's going to be able to do that now. What is he going to do, though? Is he going to switch to some mediums again?
He's got to go back to the mediums, doesn't he? I mean...
He's on the hards.
They're going to put him on a medium.
Oh, he's on the hard. I think he's going to wait for a safety car. He must be waiting for a safety car. Wing changed, hards on, and away he goes. Oh, this is going to be an interesting...
Honda's still out front, 5 tenths up on Menno. Menno coming around. He hasn't lost him yet. McCrew still there, goes a little wide as they come out of 4. And then Lika up in P4. What a start from Lika.
Yeah, he's having a fantastic race right now. He's got Cam behind him, 5 tenths of a second. Cam, I believe him and Cam have raced a fair bit actually, and they know how to race wheel to wheel. So let's hope they can both keep it clean here, and they can both get a top 5 finish if they can keep this up. But look at that. Look at the gap between Lika and McCrew ahead. Lika's actually closing it down a little bit.
He looks super good. McCrew is one that doesn't look good. A second back on Menno. Not looking very tidy. He may not like the way the car is feeling with with a full tank of fuel in the car.
No, and Stinson has now got his teammate Ollie ahead of him. Could we see team orders this early on? I mean, I'm sure Ollie does not want to move out the way only on lap 2 because he's got cars right in front of him who he is currently battling. 5 tenths ahead and 5 tenths behind. Do you think he's going to move out the way?
No, he's not going to move out of the way. He's going to make Stinson work for it. If Stinson gets up there by him, I think he'll let him go, but he's not going to slow down. He's going to make Stinson come all the way to the back of him and then make the move himself. He's not going to let him just pass.
I think you're right there, and I think that is the right thing to do. It's far too early to make team orders happen. Maybe when the cars are a little bit more separated, but Ollie is fighting the cars ahead right now. He's managed to close it down to 3 tenths of a second now, right at the back. Pingu had to pit as well, and he is all the way down in 18th place at the back in the field right now, with Ofr ablaze ahead of him. Izat's 13 seconds behind Lazo, currently in 16th place. I'm going to jump back up to the lead because Menno has closed that gap down again. It was just under 5 tenths of a second. It's now gone back up to just under 7. So Honda has got, I mean, he's not got an easy job on his hands. He has got to make sure he is absolutely perfect because one mistake and that's it. Menno's got the first place.
Yeah, I think that's it, but I think Honda's put in his homework this past 2 weeks. I don't think he's going to make it easy for Menno. Even if Menno does catch up, he's not going to let it go easy. What Honda's trying to do is he's trying to break that 1 second gap before DRS comes up, but they're still putting time on McCrew. McCrew is still falling back. It went to 1.5 before they got to 11, and now it's about 1.4, and you can see Honda trying to break the slipstream there as they go down the back straight.
Yeah, you're right. He wants to get rid of that as quick as possible. Now, I'm just riding on board with Margaret, who's currently down in P10. He's about to overtake his teammate Avi, I think. He's got DRS, but so does Avi. Avi has moved to the right-hand side of the track here. Is that team orders? I think it is. I think that was a quick switch.
I think so.
Yeah, and Margaret's now just going to pull away. Yeah, I think that was team orders early on, but the thing was, I don't think Avi had the pace to keep up with Imperfect Car, and he would have only slowed down the entire team there, so I think that was the correct thing to do. Now, up ahead, Menno is still 6 tenths behind, and we've got Cam now less than 5 tenths behind Likla, so Likla's not got an easy job here either. Likla has got to make sure he is perfect as well.
Especially with the pit stops coming up, Robot. I mean, we're expecting the guys to come in the next 2 or 3 laps now. We'll have to see how the guys come out, what they come out on. I'm excited to see what's going to happen. Are they going to go 2-stop, or are they going to try the hards from here on out?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Now, I will quickly bring up the telemetry. Again, sorry that you won't be able to see it, guys, but I just want to let you know what some of these soft runner tyres are currently at. So I'll tell you what, I'll stick with the closest on track whilst I'm looking. So I'll stick with Scotty for now. And yeah, let's have a look. Sorry, I just want to quickly jump back to Stinson because Stinson's closed the gap. He's actually overtaken his teammate now, Ollie, and Stinson has closed the gap to Cam, now just 6 tenths of a second. Look at that. He's coming. Yeah,
he's going to get the DRS. Cam's got the DRS as well. Lika, the only one left out, doesn't have any DRS. Here comes Cam. He's going to make the move on the inside. He's not. He's going to tuck in behind as they go around the hairpin at 14.
Ooh,
And Leak is going to hold him off until they get to the next DRS zone.
Yeah, but this is going to be a really difficult task for him now, though, because he's got basically 3 cars behind him that are all, I think they all might be lapping quicker than him. Oh, LR McCrew pits! LR McCrew pits! Lap 5! He was one of the front runners. He was in P3. He's already pitted. Those softs will not last around this track.
He's going onto the hards, Robot. He's coming out on the hards. Can they go the rest of the way? We'll have to wait and see. Maybe a wing change as well. McCrew did not like... I don't think he liked the way the car was reacting with the full tank of fuel.
No, me neither. And I was just riding on board with Lee Killer there. He uses so much engine braking through turns 1 and 2. His car was screaming. He even went down to first gear there. And Lazo's got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Oof, that's tough.
Very, very tough. Honda's broken the lead out. He's got about 8 tenths on Menno there.
Oh, he's retired in the pits. Oh, that's a shame. On lap 5, not even a sixth of the way through the race.
Yeah, not what you want to see with a driver that's just gotten a full-time seat. It's not something you want to see.
No, not at all. We'll have to discuss it after the race. It's a bit of a shame, but
look here! I think Stinson's made the move.
They're side by side currently. He's not got past him just yet, but he's going to get DRS now. He will get DRS, and Cam won't. That's what's important right now. Now watch this. DRS open, and look at that speed difference.
Oh wow!
Now Cam could retaliate. He could try and outbrake him, but he's not going to. He's going to stay right behind for now and hope to get the DRS again on the next corner. Because the detection zone is right now. Is Cam staying out? He is, and he could get him back here. So let's see. That wing is going to open up, and it doesn't look like he's going to
come in.
Oh, Leak is in.
And Menno's in as well.
So it's still Honda leading there, and Honda needs to react to this as soon as possible. The undercut is so powerful here, you do not want to get caught out, especially if there's less than a second in it.
Yeah, you've got to expect him to be coming in now. They've both come out on the hards. This could be the strat. We're going to have to keep an eye on the telemetry and see how much wear the guys are picking up. As we've got another yellow flag.
It's Pingu. He's off at the hairpin. Oh, I wonder what that's going to do to his tyres. Doesn't look like he's got any wing damage. He's staying out. He's trying to get that rubble and cool those tyres down. He's going to get the rubble off the tyres, sorry, and he needs to continue this race, yeah. So, where's Honda? Honda's just coming up to turn 11 and 12 right now. He needs to pit now. He cannot take these more than 6 laps. No way.
Yeah. He's got to come in. He's got to answer the call. He's got to box opposite of what the guys just did. Stinson's out as well, but we know Stinson's on the medium. Stinson's going to be staying out for a little while, and he's only 7 seconds behind. Yeah, and with clear air in front of him, we know how quick Stinson is when he's got clear air and it's only him around. He can really pull out a gap here. He's not going to have any unsettling with the downforce changes because the car's in front of him. He's just going to go for it. Honda getting a lot of wheel spin coming out of the hairpin here. This must be it. It's it. He's coming in. So let's see if he can jump Menno. If you want to ride on board with Menno, I'll stay with Honda. Here comes Menno down the back straight. Here they come down the turn 14. It's going to be close, Robot. I think Honda's already down into the pit box. Yeah, he's in the pit right now. He's not even in it. He's not in his pit box. He's pulling in right now. So he's in now. Tires are off. Menno across 16. He just went through 16. Tires out. Finish line. He's pulled out. Let's see where it's going to come out. It's going to be close. Oh no, he's got him. Look at that undercut. Look at that. Undercut. That's 1 lap, and he just gained a 1.5 seconds on him. That's it. That's it. Can't let this get to him. He's got the fresher set of tires. He's got 1 lap newer tires, but he's got to let them warm up, doesn't he? He can't just go for it right away, can he? No, he can't. It's going to take a lap, or at least half a lap, to get these heated up. After half a lap, then he's going to be pushing. But that shows you, doesn't it? A cold hard tire is better than a warm medium. Oh, sorry, than a warm soft. That's just. Yeah. Shocking. That's how brutal this track is in terms of tyre temps and tyre wear. We've got yellow in 1 and 2. It's a Red Bull. Can't quite tell who it is. Is it a Blaze? Oh, it was an Alpha Tauri, sorry. It wasn't a Red Bull. And he's got Pingu right behind him. So these two are still battling after all of that. Wow. So back up to the. Let's take a look at the tire runners, Robot. I mean, we've got Stinson on the mediums. You've got Margaret on the mediums in P2, and Perfect is on the mediums in P3, and then you've got Avi on the softs. Avi's got to be coming in.
He must be. He really can't take these anymore, can he? I mean, where is he? He's just coming up to the final corner now. Yeah, he's coming in. He's in. Now, that means Alex is going to jump him for now. Alex is on 6-lap hold mediums. Where's Izzat? Izzat's back up to 11th. So he's done a good recovery drive at the moment. He's on 4-lap hold hards right now.
Yeah, and then below Alex, you've got Scotty in P5 on the hard. Scotty was involved in that. I believe it was the first lap incident. He had to come in. And then below that, Vilsec. Vilsec's going to be the last medium runner, and then after that, it's going to be your provisional P1 after the other guys come in. Oh, he's getting pressured as well. Vilsec getting pressured. Huge by Minnow right now. Minnow wanting to get by, and here comes Honda as well. Honda's going to try to go around the outside.
Oh, contact there. Contact. Oh, he's pushed Vilsec off the road slightly. Let's hope Vilsec doesn't get a penalty. No, he doesn't. Oh, that was Minnow, sorry. Sorry, Vilsec pushed Minnow off the road.
Yeah.
Beg your pardon. And now Vilsec's just been jumped by Honda too.
Now Vilsec's got the mediums, but it looks like the hards are edging them out on the 7-lap old mediums.
Yeah, so that's showing you, isn't it? The softer compound tyres here are not a good race tyre. It looks like the hards far better at the moment. Far better.
Yeah, right at the beginning stage. We'll have to see how they are in the later stages. But let's think about Stinson and Margaret. Stinson and Margaret started on the medium tires. We're going to see them coming on the hards. Now, if the other guys have already switched to hards, that means that whenever they come in, they're going to be at a far more better advantage with the hard tires than any of the other guys, because they've got, right now it's about 2+ laps on the hard tires.
Yeah, there's so much. I mean, so many things can happen right now, and it's all going to be dependent on how long that hard tyre lasts. And you're completely right. Now, the closest, so Honda is catching up to Menno. So look, that gap's 0.4 of a second now because he's got a bit of help from DRS. Stinson's got the same gap to Margaret right now. It's staying at around 3.7 seconds. It keeps going up and down a few hundredths, but that's it. So these two are very similarly paced around China. Now, at any other track, 7 or 8 lap old mediums are going to be in their absolute prime for a good 5 laps, aren't they? Right now, they're slowing down. They're falling off.
Yeah,
it's
they're
amazing.
slowing down right now. I'm looking at the leader interval right now. From Stinson all the way down the Minnow, 16 seconds, Robot. 16 seconds separates them. We'll have to see what happens. The time is dropping off. He's eating into it. He's definitely eating into it, and he's getting closer.
So, I mean, it's definitely a medium-hard strat for Stinson, Margaret, and Imperfect then, and Alex too. If they cannot go on to the soft, and a double stop will cost them over 20 seconds. They cannot do it. So it's definitely going to be a hard. Now, the question is when, like you say, and I think if they can do 20 laps on the hard tyre, that's their limit. So it's going to be now all the way up until lap 10. That's when it's going to be.
Yeah.
Now let's quickly just look at the gap from the leader again. Menno 16.1. It's just dropped below 16. It's just dropped below 16. So yeah, Menno's closing them down.
It's not a devastating pace that he's putting on, but as they go on, I think it's going to get faster and faster and faster, and the mediums are going to get slower and slower and slower.
Yeah, but let's not forget though, Menno does have, well, he did have Scotty ahead of him. Menno was struggling to get past, and now he's got past. I reckon we're going to see that gap drop down a lot more now.
Yeah, Scotty's going to put it on right here because he knows Honda's right there. He made it. He made it where he stayed beside as long as he could. He really couldn't cut that apex the way he wanted to get right alongside Honda and make it hard for Honda. So Honda went through, no challenge. He's still right there behind Minnow. The next traffic they're coming up to is Alex and the McLaren. And that's not a teammate of either of theirs.
No, it's not. Remember, Alex is the D2 champion from last season. We know he's got pace, and we know he's a very consistent driver, so it's going to be tough to get past him for sure. Now, the gap is 15.9. He's as soon as Menno gets close to someone, he's losing time. That is going to be helping out Stinson a lot right now. He's just coming down the back straight. A lot going on.
It's that dirty air, isn't it? The rear wing is so high up on these cars around China. Running at an 8 or a 9, they're catching every bit of dirty air that's coming off the car in front.
Absolutely, and there's just, I mean, it's disrupting the cars. I think it's disrupting it the most on the corner entry because both of them who are following closely are so twitchy on their steering wheel when they're entering, but when they come out of it, they're having to be a little bit hesitant on the throttle too. So I think you're right. I think the rear wing here is too high to ride close to someone.
Yeah, I think it's needed. When you're in clear air, you've got to have that higher wing, But when you're right behind somebody, you wish you had a switch where you could bump it down, because it's just destroying the guys right now.
Yeah, and because it's so high as well, these guys aren't taking it. Well, they aren't getting as much of an advantage from the DRS as you would think. Menno's come into the back of Alex slightly there. No damage, but he is looking a bit impatient. He needs to be careful, but he should have him here. He's got a nice run out of turn 3. Out of turn 4, he's looking okay. Alex goes to defend on the inside. Menno tries to outbrake him. Is he going to get him? They're side by side, and he's got him. Menno's now got some clear air.
Honda's got to make it happen too. Honda can't let this go on any longer. He's going to take the inside.
Ooh, he touched the grass. He almost lost it. He touched the grass there. I'm watching on the rear of Menno's car. He had to lift. He had to.
He's got to get around right here. He can't be stuck behind Alex any longer than what he is. He's got to make this move happen. He knows if he's stuck behind him any longer than what's needed, he's going to lose Menno.
Big lock up from Alex there. I think this is going to be Honda's chance with the DRS. Now, Alex is going to get it too. Let's not forget that. But, oh, is he? He might not. Oh, Alex might not get it. Let's have a look. They're coming to the detection zone now.
Honda's got to make this happen. It's not something that Honda can let go. Honda's got to make this move on this turn.
You know what? I think Alex is running a really low rear wing because they both had DRS there, but Honda was not gaining on him whatsoever. He just wasn't.
He's still there.
He's still there. Now, let me quickly look at the leader interval. And let's see. Menno is still 16 seconds behind. This is what I'm talking about. When Stinson's got clear air ahead of him, it doesn't matter what tyre he's on. He's pulling away.
Yeah, he's just going, isn't he? And then Honda is at 16.6. Menno at 15.4. Menno is starting to separate. Honda's got to get around Alex as fast as he can.
He's looking to do it here. Look, I think he's got him now. Surely he must have him. He's got the racing line.
Look how tight they are.
He's going to have more grip. Is he got him? Just he's got the overtake done, but is Alex going to try and fight back now? No, he's not.
It was a lap later, though. It was exactly one lap later. Honda got the move done on Alex that Menno did the previous lap. So now he's got all that time that he's got to make up.
He's got a long way to go. He's got 1.3 seconds now. That's going to hurt him a lot here. Stinson's up to... here we go. Stinson's up to 11 laps on the mediums. But look at this. Margolit's just taken off 0.4 of a second of Stinson's gap.
Oh.
Was that a mistake, possibly?
That could have been a mistake. Is Stinson getting a little loose on the tires? Do we have his telemetry on his tires, Robot?
No, I can't get it up at the minute. I've not got my computer, so I can't load up the app. And my phone's currently got YouTube open, so I don't want to disrupt that in case something happens to the stream. So I can't see it at the moment. Really sorry, guys. Really sorry. But Menno is now 0.4 within in perfect car. Let's jump up to him.
Here he comes. Here comes Marglit. Marglit's in on lap 13. Coming in on the mediums. Could this be the undercut that he's looking for?
It could. Oh, it could be. Now, what was the gap? It was 3-point-something seconds. It could be
3.3, 3.4, something like that. I think he's trying the undercut. But look what's going to happen here. Menno's already in P2. Honda's already in P2. Alex has already jumped him.
Oh, he's going to get jumped by the mistake. He's going to get jumped by Izat too. Izat's got him. Yep, there we go. But he's got Izat's got 10 lap hold hards. Marglit now has fresh hard rubber.
Yeah, now this is where we're going to be able to see the difference between the fresh hards and the older hards. We'll be able to see what Marglit's doing around the track and what Izat's doing around the track. If Marglit can keep up, we know Stinson's going to be able to do something when he comes back from his pit stop, but he's still losing time. It's 15.1 from Menno.
It's 14.7, it's 14.6. What's going on? What's all big lockup from Stinson? It's coming down and down. 14.5, 14.4. Ooh. I think something happened to Stinson there. This must be it.
Do you think he's going to come in?
He has to. I mean, 15 laps is a perfect amount of time you want to spend on the hard tyre. Now's the time.
We saw Izat make this mistake earlier this season. Izat stayed out. Wasn't the right call. Is Stinson going to do the same thing? Was this a mistake from Stinson? Not a very big lockup, but is he going to come in?
I think this is it.
He's coming in. He's coming in.
Okay, so
Menno
it was
is coming down to
Marglit.
14 now.
Okay, so if you can keep an eye on Marglit as well, I mean, Menno's definitely going to jump him here, 100%. But it's Marglit. It's Marglit. So let's have a look.
Yeah, Marglit's in 14 now, going around the hairpin. Here he comes, coming out.
Oh, Stinson's pit box is right at the end, so this one's going to be tough to call. Stinson's tyres have been... Hang on, Stinson will stay... Oh, he's pulled away now. He's got Marglit. He's got Marglit, but by how many seconds?
He's crossed the line.
So it was 3.7 seconds, I believe.
It's
now
going to be less than that. It's going to be way less than that.
Oh, it's 3, so he's lost. Oh, it's less. It's 2.9, so he's lost about a second. And now
but he's got the fresh rubbers, and he's right behind Izet. We're going to have a battle between the top championship runners.
This is going to be interesting. Vilsek's not going to want to yield for Stinson either. Look at this.
No,
Vilsek's...
he's not. He's stuck right in the middle of it, isn't he?
He is. He really is. Oh, Stinson had better traction out of that corner, though. He's got him already. So now he's got a hunt down Izet on 11-lap old hards. Ooh.
A bit of a move over rookie. Here I come. We're going to go for it, and he's wanting Izet hard. He knows who that car is.
I still can't call it at the moment, you know. Our Mena's 7-lap old hard is going to be better than Stinson's. I think so. I mean, how far is Stinson behind the lead currently? He is...
Currently, he's 8.1 behind the leader.
That's going to be interesting.
Now, the odd man out is Alex. Alex is going to have to come in here. He's coming down to the back straight, goes into the hairpin. He's got to come in. He's going to lose. He stands to lose P10 here when he comes into the pit box. Maybe a bad strategy call as they went around.
Yeah, we're going to have to keep a very, very close eye on these times here as we see Alex finally pit. Just want to give a quick shout out to Mubear, who's going to be joining OFR, I think, next season. Big shout out there. Back to the race. 0.3 of a second separates McCrew and Scotty on those 14-lap old hards at the moment. So this is a really good indicator just to show us how slow those hard tyres are getting. And I think Scotty is just so vulnerable right now, he can't really defend.
No, he can't. Stinson's got McCrew right ahead. There's Scotty. And Scotty's on those 14-lap old hards. I think Scotty's going to have to come in again. Yeah. I think 27 laps on those hards. I think he's going to go too much. Far too much. No, I didn't see the move on Izet, but Stinson's already ahead.
Oh, I missed it as well. Sorry, guys.
Yeah,
to be honest, I didn't expect it to happen that quickly.
Here.
He's got Scotty 4 tenths ahead of him. He'll make very, very quick work of Scotty. So it's going to come down to how tough Honda and Menno are going to want to defend against Stinson. Because if Stinson wins this race, he's going to be leading the championship.
Yeah, I think even in front of Izet, I'm not sure what the point spread is, but even if he's in front of Izet, here we go. They're going to...
Yeah, I'm watching this battle ahead. I thought they were going to go 3 wide there, but no.
Stinson's going to eat this up. Watch this robot. He's going to eat this up and gain traction as they come around 14.
Oh, Izat's in!
It's so simple. Oh, what is going on from Izet?
Izat's coming in the pits. Vilsek's retired! What's happened to Vilsek?
That must have been the yellow in Sector 3.
Safety car! Izat's called it! Izat's called it! No! How did he... Oh my gosh.
Look where he's at. He's in P9.
Oh my god, what a call! What?
He's on the mediums. Scotty's done the same as well. Scotty's coming on the mediums as well.
The ever clairvoyant Izat. How on earth did he do that? That was brilliant. That was absolutely brilliant. And look, where is the safety car come out yet?
Flag. I think the safety car is out. He saw the yellow, and that had to have been a pure guess. That had to have been a guess because the safety car notification did not come out, Robot. All we saw was the Sector 3 yellow. We did not see the safety car. That was a pure guess from Izat.
That was absolutely amazing. Now, the thing is, and this is what annoys me so much about this game, the safety car sits there and waits for the leader. It doesn't pick up the first car. So I think
right.
Izat's not going to gain too much here unless he can close that delta down mid
It is,
lap.
and if the guys are going to come in or not, are they going to take advantage of this? Is Menno going to come in? Is Honda going to come in? McCrew's got to come in. Stinson, if you remember, has just come in for the hards.
Yeah.
Is he going to come in for another stop?
Izat's on fresh mediums right now. We know how much quicker they're going to be than those hard tyres. And look, they're only going to have to go 10 laps on them.
Here he comes. Menno's in. Is Honda going to follow? Honda's not going to follow. Honda's going to stay out on the 9-lap old hards.
Yeah, that's interesting. McCrew's in. Stinson's in as well.
They're not going to let this go. They're not going to let this go. They had a gap. They can make this work.
Yeah, but look how far Izak is behind because he's racing the Delta. He can't do anything. Izak can't do anything
there's
here.
Not a lot. Margaret's in. Ollie's in. Lika's in. Isn't Perfect going to come in? And Perfect's going to skip it. He's going to stay out. Alex is on those brand new hards. He can't come in, and then it's Izak. Izak's the next one up.
Yeah, but Izak's going to jump a few. He is. He might even get Margaret. This is going to be brutal to Margaret if he does. He's got him. He's got him. He's got him.
Just like that, off of a miraculous call, he's up in the P7.
So it did actually work out. Just. That's very beneficial for Izak here.
This is really just an answer, though. I mean, since Menno was able to catch it, and McCrew and Stinson were able to catch it, they were able to come in and grab the mediums and still stay out in front of Izak. Izak is stuck behind. Not only that, but he's got a lap older tires.
Oh, it's all kicking off. Now look at this. The only one on on older than 3 lap tires is the race leader Honda. He's on 9 lap old hards right now. He has 0 chance of defending against Menno, against Stinson, against Izak. 9 lap old hards. No way.
It wasn't easy, was it, when they were on the same compound tire, same lap old compounds? It wasn't easy for Honda, was it? He was able to keep him behind, but Menno was there every step of the way. And then you've got Imperfect on the 3 lap old hards. McCrew's got to pass him. Stinson's going to pass him. I think you're right, Roba. I'm out of breath. I think you're right. It's all kicking off.
Yeah, and I want to apologise to everyone's ears for screaming into the mic. I was just so excited.
You called it. I mean,
I can't believe that was. Yeah, that was so fortunate. So fortunate.
But what if he wouldn't have come in?
So I mean, so if he hadn't have come in, he'd be in the same position as he was before. He'd be behind Scotty, and they would have all been on. Well, I see what you mean. You mean if he stayed out and everyone else came in? Well, he'd be in P2 right now, but he'd be on those.
Even if he didn't stay out, like if he came in but he didn't do it right then and there, as a guess, to say the safety car was going to come out, I want to know who's in that party. I want to know who's in that party to say, hey, there's a spin, it's going to be a safety car, and Izak just jumped on it like a fox.
Yeah. Muber in the chat is really killing us as well. She said at least they have more races more races than 5 like last time. So there was an issue with Super Formula this week where we were supposed to have 12 drivers, but PlayStation Network errors resulted in just 5 racing. But don't worry, that was just an anomaly. It won't happen again.
Wow.
Now, if Honda was to pit right now, he would come out in last place. He cannot pit. He cannot.
No, he's stuck now.
And that is going to cost him. Remember, he's 3rd in the championship right now. And
you want to know who's in that party?
Yeah.
So here it is. Stinson's in there. Ollie's in there. Pingu's in there, and AJ is in there. So I think Pingu was the guy that was like, "Hey, Vilsec just went around. This might be a safety car," and he's at counts on it.
Oh, Pingu would have had a very early view of that as well, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, he would have. Safety car in this lap.
Here they are. They're all bunched up. This is gonna come down to it, isn't it? You've got Honda out in front. He's gonna have, 10 lap old hards for a bot. We already know this is when they start falling off, isn't it?
Do you know what the worst of what's going to be horrible right now? All those guys on the hard tyres, the final corner is going to be brutal. It's going to be so cold. If they clip that curb, those tyres are lost. They're going to spin and they're going to cause a collision, and it's going to be over.
They're not going to be able to put the car in the higher mode as everybody else is going to be. You've got Menno. Menno's going to look to jump right to the lead at the start. He can't get caught sleeping. And then you've got McCrew and you've got Stinson. Stinson's right there. He's in P5. He's so close. And then he's at 2 spots back in P7.
This is going to be interesting. Quickly, Jeffrey, if you want to join our league, you just need to look for the Discord link in this chat right now. Now, Honda has got away. He did actually get a decent start, but definitely did not catch. No, he didn't catch Menno. And now look at this, Menno swerving left, right, to try and get some heat into his tyres because he must be struggling a lot here. Now look at this, look at the gap he's just taken out of Honda. Honda's tyres must be absolutely freezing right now because that gap has come down from 5/10 to just under 2.
Yeah, he's in trouble here, Robot. He's in huge trouble.
Oh, oversteer! Honda's got oversteer, he's gone already. Menno's got him.
No.
Oh no, look at old dive bomb from Stinson there. Very late on the brakes, somehow managed to avoid them all. I don't know how he managed to avoid all of the cars there. That was a wow. He's done it again. Another Stinson level overtake. I don't know how he does these things. I honestly no idea. Now Izat's in P6. He's not too far behind, and I think Izat's going to be able to jump in perfect car at the moment because he's on those 5-lap-old hard tyres. Let's not forget that.
Well, he's going to have to, isn't he? He can't get stuck behind and just sit there and wait. Here comes Stinson. Stinson 1.4 behind Honda. And then Menno looks like he's going to take off.
Yeah, Margaret is really trying to get on the back of this Izat battle right now because Izat is, I think he's made the move. Oh, sorry about that. He has. Izat's up to P5 now. Now, is he going to be able to outbrake these guys? Margaret's going to be in trouble if he doesn't brake soon enough here. They're coming into the hairpin. Izat brakes. Margaret makes a move down the inside. Whoa. Contact between them. Contact. Oh, they do touch, but they got away with it. They just got away with it.
How Margaret kept that car from going sideways.
And Menno just set fastest.
Figure it out. 130.
To stay ahead of Stinson right now, so he can claim P2 in the championship. But do you think that's likely? 12-lap-old hards versus 10-lap younger mediums?
I don't think so. Stinson, the king of the late breakers, he's right there. He's already there. He's 3/10 off, 2/10 off, 2.5 tenths, 2 1/3, 2 tenths, 1. He's just eating him alive.
He really is. We've got yellow in sector 1 and 2. Is that Cam?
Yellow. Who is that?
It's Cam. Is it Lika? No, Lika's in P10.
Cam able to keep the car straight. No damage on the front wing. He's going to be able to keep going here.
I think he might have had a little tiny spin or something. Or maybe he just run wide. Yeah, Menno's 1.4 seconds ahead right now. This could be his first win as well.
Yeah, he's gone. Say goodbye to Menno and P1. P1 is secured. 8 laps to go. Honda trying to fight for his life, trying to keep Stinson behind. He's grown the gap to 6 tenths now, but I think he's going to lose it right here. Here comes Stinson.
This is
DRS.
Oh, he's not, has he? Yeah, you're right. He's gonna go for it. He's gonna go for it. No, he's not yet. Now there is in Formula One, in the F1 2020 game, there is a period of time where the hard tyres, when they're about half worn, they just come alive. They are like the grippiest things ever for 3 or 4 laps, and then they just drop off again. Yeah. I think Honda might have worn his tyres through that carcass, and he's now in that position where he can fight hard for 3 or 4 laps. Because Stinson should have got him by now.
He should have gotten him by now, and look who is right behind Stinson. Look Izat is already there. Izat trying to make the move. Stinson not only trying to make the move on Honda, but he's also got to worry about Izat right behind if he makes a mistake. Here it comes! Here he goes down the inside. Stinson's going to make it happen. The king of the late breakers. How does he do it?
I don't know, but Izat's got him too. Look, I'm just looking at the rear of Stinson's cam right now, and Izat's touched the grass. He's trying to go around the outside. That's cost him a 10th of a second, I reckon. And now he's switching back, trying to go around the outside at turn 8. He's not got enough to get him right now. Now he's down the inside in turn 9, and he's made it stick. And now Izat is going to try and hunt down Stinson. Ooh.
Stinson made this look way more easier than what Izat made it. And this is where the experience come in. I think Izat's got Stinson on the raw pace, just being able to get around the track. But Stinson has got Izat on that late braking and that technical ability to get the car to do whatever he wants it to do.
You're right, he does. And we'll keep an eye on the gap. It's 0.8 of a second currently, and Stinson is pulling away just a little tiny bit every mini sector here. Now, Lika is currently running in P10. He's got Ollie 5 tenths ahead of 7 tenths ahead of him, and Ollie's got Scotty 5 tenths ahead of him. Now, there's a little bit of overtaking going on at the minute, almost at the hairpin there. We've got a very, very big battle going on for 7th place right now between 5 cars. So this battle, I mean, this is going to end up until this is going to last up until the end of the race. Sorry, I can't get my words out.
Perfect. Got super sideways coming out of 14. That lets Scotty get super close. He's going to have to DRS. He's going to try and go around the outside.
we've got a yellow. It's Pingu again. He just caused a yellow in sector 3. But look at this. Izat's closed Stinson down now. Look at this. 0.4 of a second.
Menno has increased this gap by a second.
Oh, this is going to be interesting. I don't know what's going to happen. Now, both Stinson and Menno are part of that IFR group. Apparently, it's not a league, it's just a collection of drivers who like to compare TT times before they go to bed. And Stinson is going to want to catch him as quick as... I'm kidding, of course, guys, I'm kidding. They are both super quick, and Stinson's got a very big problem right now. He's not got DRS, and Izat does.
Yeah, is Izat going to be able to do it? They're going to go into overtake mode here. Stinson not in overtake. Izat not in overtake. They're going to save it. They know they've got 6 laps to go.
Well, I mean, Izat does have that DRS to close the gap, and Stinson does currently have less ERS than Izat does, so Izat doesn't need to use it. He just needs to keep using DRS to close the gap down, and then, when he's within 2 or 3 tenths, then he can squirt his overtake on.
Yeah, he can squirt it on, but he doesn't know. He's got to be thinking Stinson's got the same amount of ERS that he does, and he has to use that.
If you could send me an invite quickly, that would be great. My application's just closed. Yeah, but if you keep commentating,